I was the IT intern this year. Every day was pretty much a learning experience. As Dan can attest, with the field we're going into, you're never going to know everything. You're just going to constantly be learning new things. And that's pretty much the way it went this year. I did pretty much, it was various. People would let me know there was a problem, and I would go and fix it if I could. If I couldn't, I'd find out from Brent or Chris what I needed to do, and then I would try to fix it. The big problem with that is a lot of times I didn't have permissions, security permissions to do it. So I'd have to come back, Chris can't do it, so he'd have to change the permissions, and I'd go back and do it again. That was the bulk of what I did this summer. There was a few other things I did. I created the Facebook page and Twitter. I gave 2 trainings, which we talked about at the last a little bit. I gave an advanced Word and advanced Excel training, and the Word one went kind of rocky, but we learned from it, and the Excel one went a lot smoother. And I actually, with Microsoft, there's 4 different ways to do everything. And I actually learned from, I know several people said, well, you could do it this way as well. So, like I said, you're constantly learning. Another thing I did was, the first couple weeks I was here, we kept getting complaints that people's timesheets were coming in wrong, or just things didn't match up. So what we did was, I worked with Marcy, and we went through and we put data validation in, which is basically, you guys have seen the new timesheet. It pops up, you click on it, it pops up in this little menu that comes up and tells you how to do stuff. That's kind of what we did. But we also set rules, like you had to put it in a certain way, otherwise a message came up that said retry, or if you hit cancel, it just wiped everything out. Which seemed to help a lot. There was just, it was just a mess. And then we locked everything down because people were getting into the cells that actually had the calculations, that were doing the calculations, and then they were wiping it out. And it just totally messed everything up. For about the last month, the main thing I've been doing though is the Facebook page, and been working with Lori and Bertha, and I'll just show it to you guys. By the way, we have 99 people, and I know none of you guys have done it yet, and I'm really ready to break the century mark. So,
so when you go home today,
yeah. Okay. And one of the things that I learned is I've never done any sort of web development, and we wanted to make new tabs. With Facebook, there's the wall tab, there's the info tab, the photo tab. We wanted to make new ones. And the way we had to do that was we had to download an app, and then we had to actually code the page itself, which is where Dan came in and helped me with that. He's done it before. So basically, one afternoon, I spent the entire day on Google and taught myself how to code. And it's not on here, but I had to sign in. Anyways, I had to teach myself how to code. It's really not that bad. Who was the one? Yeah. HTML is really not that bad, but once when you first start though, it's kind of, what's going on. But that was my biggest learning experience. Oh, have to tell you guys about this. Many of you seen my badge. It's a little inside joke that kind of spiraled out of control.
Out of control, yeah.
It was a little inside joke between me and Lori, and then she made me a badge, and then the other Vincent's intern saw it and got angry, and
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he's okay with it, and you'll find out more of that whenever Jess comes up here. But yeah. Questions?
And I can speak and say he actually wanted cash. He wanted a bonus.
That's what I was hoping
I gave him
for.
a Post-it note.
That's what I was hoping for. What was it? It was 10% of previous awards?
You get 10% of previous awards, and if you are nominated 3 times, you get 20% of previous awards, but it's only 0, so any 10 times 0 is...
So then I just changed it to prestige. Yeah, that works. Okay.
What was most challenging?
Most challenging, just figuring out how everything here at PACE works. Everywhere, as far as computing goes, has stuff set up differently, and just finding out how everything works here like with the permissions and the security side of it, figuring out what I can do, what I can't do, and that sort of stuff.
So you've decided this is the field you want?
Yeah, I'm crazy enough that I actually added a major. So there's another year. Yeah.
I just have a comment saying that you may have the intern, badge, but I had the biggest desk, so.
I have been jealous of that desk also.
He was waiting to say that all the time.
And if you guys haven't seen his desk, it's super desk. He's surrounded it's pretty impressive. But he definitely needs the big desk because he's got papers and post-its everywhere.
For all those copies you made.
Yeah, he's the king of post-its.
Well,
There's so much
Any other questions? All right, I'm done.